Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Smart Lawyers Love Dumb Nurses. My name is Brian Smith, and today I am going to talk about the future of nursing. The future does not belong to the faint-hearted. It belongs to the brave. It's a great privilege for me to be speaking to you today. I have been in the nursing profession for almost 40 years. It's been said that we gain knowledge from what we study. We gain wisdom from what we observe. I have studied and observed a lot. The nursing workforce has been tested in a variety of ways over the decades, including COVID-19, responding to an aging population, more complex and intense medical needs, and the need to bridge medical and health care with the social factors that influence people's health and beliefs. It's never safe to look at the future with fear or doubt. To my younger colleagues and nursing students listening to this podcast right now, you are the future of nursing. How does that make you feel? I am not the future of nursing. As a grizzled veteran of almost 40 seasons in the nursing profession, I would like to share my vision of what the future of nursing will look like. I'm too smart to argue, I'm too old to fight, I'm too heavy to run, and I'm too stubborn to quit. However, I intend to stay progressive and work to make my profession better for the next generation of nurses. The best way to predict the future is to be part of creating solutions today. The future does not begin with the next decade or even next year. It's already here. So what does the profession of nursing need to do to keep up with the demands and desires of a changing society? What is the solution to the nursing issues? It's very simple. We are the solution. The nursing profession is well known for solving problems. Nurses created the care plan to analyze the problem and determine the best course of action to fix the problem. Nurses must continue to speak on issues of today, such as inadequate staffing, nurse burnout, and work violence. Nurses have been solving problems since Florence Nightingale and will continue to do so. The nursing profession is doing so many things right. Nursing is a leader in promoting cultural diversity, cultural competence, levels of educational advancement, and advancing the lofty standards of the nursing profession. Nurses are also on board in supporting wellness, antibiotic stewardship, mentoring programs, safety, and nursing is finally embracing technology. Year after year, nursing is among the most trusted professions. This is due in large part to the high moral code nurses adhere to. Nurses are universally recognized as honest in their words, their delivery of care, and their actions. Nurses strive to not mislead patients, and they're strong advocates for patients and families. Nurses teach and they care for clients founded on evidence-based practice. Nursing is not preparation for life. It is life itself. I will limit my concerns of the future of nursing based on what I have personally and professionally experienced and suffered through. I realize that some of you may not agree with my views. If you want to make everyone happy, do not host a podcast. Sell ice cream. But if you are offended by people's opinions, be glad you do not hear what they keep to themselves. I have always thought differently. No one has ever made a difference by being like everyone else. So this podcast will not simply be a cookie-cutter model of what others have said. I am counting on my listeners to prefer the ugly truth as opposed to a lovely lie. We must first let go of the illusion that fixing the nursing shortage is going to be easy. It's going to take a concerted effort from varied and diverse areas. Individuals generally need more health care as they age. The demand for qualified nursing professionals is high and steadily growing. The need for nurses is expected to increase by 16% through 2025, a rate much higher than other professions. The future of nursing has many challenges ahead, and it needs to stay ahead of the curve. No profession can assess healthcare issues better than the nursing profession. It is what they are trained to do. The best nurses are also the best predictors. Healthcare needs more nurse leaders as legislators to help write healthcare policy. There are too many people in government creating healthcare policies who have no medical background. Because healthcare is a national concern, it should involve more healthcare leaders at the highest levels in national, state, and city governments. It is also time for a greater focus on recruiting males into the profession. The obvious untapped resource of male nurses could have a significant impact on the healthcare industry. Currently, only 13% of the registered nursing workforce are men. There are numerous reasons why the demand for nurses is greater than ever before. Globally, people are living longer, and as we grow old, we tend to utilize more healthcare services. Another factor that is leading to increased demand for nurses is that more people now have gained insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Because of this, no other profession is as needed as nursing. This strong demand is not exclusive to the United States. The demand for more nursing professionals is worldwide and continues to grow. The heart of the matter is that the current supply of nursing talent is not keeping up with the skyrocketing demand. One trigger for the nursing shortage is that many job seekers simply do not find nursing to be attractive when compared to other professions. While nursing can be a deeply rewarding career, it can also be emotionally taxing. Also, strict nursing school dress code expectations such as nail and hair restrictions, mandatory uniforms, and covering of tattoos. The training that nursing students go through can be intense, and often nursing students feel intimidated by some instructors. Students often underperform in exams, simulations, and skill checkoffs, which can create test anxiety. For many nursing students, attending several hours of clinical training at various clinical sites is overwhelming. Many young adults find it unappealing the very thought of dealing with any body fluids. Nurses are expected to work alternate weekends and holidays. The hours are often long and irregular. Factor in caring for clients with infectious diseases, death and dying, dealing with uncooperative and demanding clients and families, and it is not surprising that young people look at other career opportunities less demanding. While the pay is good, there is still stigma attached to nursing. A bullying culture contributes to a poor nurse work environment, increased risk for patients, lower patient satisfaction scores, and greater nurse turnover. Nursing incivility has contributed to the nursing shortage problems. Healthcare workers can address burnout by placing more value on loyal employees who perform their job well. A person who feels appreciated will do more than expected. Employee recognition with awards and bonus pay carries more weight than an employer throwing a cheap pizza party. There is a dramatic difference between a boss and a leader. A true leader appreciates great employees. They recognize their value. Leadership is not about being the front runner. Leadership is about making everyone else better. Employers need to train staff properly as well. The best workers get frustrated working with poorly trained staff. They must retrain them, which can be exhausting. Employers must also place new employees with mentors who genuinely want to mentor. The nursing shortage is well known and well documented. What is often lost in the debate is that there is also a nurse educator shortage. The nurse educator shortage correlates with the nursing shortage. The nurse educator shortage at nursing schools across the country is limiting student capacity. Schools must turn away potential college admissions due to a shortage of qualified nursing educators. This is at a crucial time when the need for professional nurses continues to grow. Qualified nurse educators are hard to find. Often the pay for a nurse educator is less than the salary at a hospital or travel agency. Not everyone with a nursing license can be an effective educator in a classroom setting. I have observed many times that just because someone has a master's or doctorate does not always equate to being effective at teaching nursing students. Teaching is more than just standing up behind a podium and delivering a PowerPoint presentation. While they are often unappreciated, we cannot ignore the need for more certified nursing assistants. CNAs are core members of a direct care nursing team. They provide hands-on care to patients and residents in diverse healthcare settings. The care that a CNA provides is invaluable because without the CNA, the burden shifts to licensed nursing staff. Nursing is often already overburdened, and the patient's needs may go unmet. Some of the hardest working and best people I have known in my career have been CNAs. Many times a CNA has cut their eye teeth as an assistant to the nurse and went on to attain a nursing degree. Often the most meticulous nurses were first CNAs. Certified nursing assistants are a part of nursing. One avenue to attract certified nursing assistants is to value them as a key member of the nursing team. Not everyone on the team can be the quarterback. However, CNA is an important member of the team and must feel valued and appreciated. A CNA is someone who will do what nobody else will do in a way nobody else can do it. Many CNAs reached a breaking point during the COVID-19 crisis, and burnout was the result. Burnout often occurs because people do not feel valued. Many nurses and CNAs reported verbal abuse and a lack of respect or appreciation. There needs to be more focus on people's work, not paperwork, when it comes to understanding the value of the entire nursing staff. Teaching is difficult because it matters. Florence Nightingale, the mother of nursing, stated that nursing is an art. The art of nursing is in the heart. H-E-A-R-T. Nurses must see with their eyes, but they also must see with their hearts as well. As an art, nursing becomes more than book knowledge. A nursing educator must use all their senses, creative skills, and artistic interpretations they possess. Nursing education has not fully grasped the art of nursing. The art of nursing means finding creative ways to teach and embrace individuality, technology, and science. Nursing must continue with book knowledge, but educators must do more to attract students to the 21st century. We do not use a wringer and a tub to wash clothes anymore. Phone booths have given way to smartphones. Nursing education needs to follow suit. The nursing profession must be different in how it presents itself to the world. To make a difference in the world, you must be different than the world. Nursing must think outside the box. Think like there is no box. That makes you limitless. An educator is a verb, not a noun. An educator is an action, not a profession. Nursing needs to produce a better title than leadership for administrators who supervise or oversee the nursing staff. Leadership is a verb, not an adjective. It is an action, not a title. It is an example, not an assumption. Leadership must be earned, not given. The nursing profession has never quite figured out what to call those in authority. Head nurse, charge nurse, supervisor, manager, and now leadership. Mentor would be a step in the right direction. Nurse educators in the 21st century cannot present a lecture in the same manner that it was delivered in the previous century. Learning methods, technology, and social determinants have changed dramatically from the 1960s and the 1970s. This is not your grandmother's nursing school. Nursing does not need the hard line. The unsmiling, taciturn instructor who offers a dry educational presentation leaves the students feeling like they experienced death by PowerPoint. Becoming more creative will positively flip the classroom. Educators should also never save a clever idea for later. Use it as soon as possible. Today's young adults want large screens, theater seats, and surround sound. When students need motivation to get through classes, they need more than motivation. Yes, there will always be professors that either do not care about the student's success or are not in touch with reality. A true educator will take pleasure in helping students succeed, learn, and grow. They will have no agenda, no ulterior motive, and no self-interest. This person will operate in love, seek no praise, and want nothing in return. This also defines a true friend. When you find this person, do not lose them. Appreciate them because this person is a gift. The world needs great educators who pass through your life for a moment and impact it for an eternity. Students are looking for educators who believe in them. If a student leaves the classroom with new skills learned, the educator does their job. If a student leaves the classroom knowing they are loved and accepted for who they are, educators reach their goal. 9 out of 10 students prefer a teacher who cares about them. Students will never forget when educators supported them when no one else would. Nursing students are expected to go to lecture and clinicals. The mistake students make is going to lecture filled with emotion. It is usually emotion toward the instructor. Frustration is an emotion that takes away from your learning. It should be attended with no emotion. Conversely, students should go to clinicals with emotion. Emotions of caring and wanting to help. Students have it backward. Go to lectures with a quiet determination to learn. Go to clinicals happy, knowing you are helping others. We can even get creative. Nursing students would enjoy wound care more often if the spray bottles made laser gun sounds. I'm being a little facetious, but educators must become more creative. One problem I see in nursing education is not giving enough information to students on how they should study. Nursing students often score lowest on critical thinking questions. I cannot speak to other professions, but the axiom in nursing is don't teach to the test. Teaching to the test is about rote memorization and only for the things directly on the upcoming tests. It does not teach critical thinking. It does not teach students how to relate what they already know to new concepts. It does not teach students how to arrive at an answer they have not already memorized. It is not enough to be busy studying. The question is, what are you busy studying? Do not waste time or energy studying the wrong things. The goal of education should always be for the student to learn, but also how to study properly. Nursing must address this issue by teaching students how to arrive at an answer they did not memorize. More simply, educators must teach students why things work the way they do. Then the student gains an understanding of the subject matter. In education, it is not appropriate to teach to the test and give students the answers to memorize. However, it is important to teach students how to solve the problems using critical thinking. Educators do an excellent job teaching the what, the why, and where, but not the how. Teaching to the test is why the United States has fallen in education since the 1950s. We cannot teach nursing students today the same way we were taught. We were taught in a world that no longer exists. Since the year 2000, I have worked as a nurse educator. Along with a nurse and a nurse aide shortage, there is also a shortage of quality clinical sites for nursing students. There is a need for a deeper understanding of nursing students' experiences of clinical placement and support in primary health care settings. A positive clinical learning environment includes cooperation between staff members, a positive atmosphere, and an environment where nursing students are regarded as colleagues. Nursing recruitment must include a healthcare partnership with clinical sites to improve student experiences. Nursing profession needs to work in a collaborative effort with healthcare systems to build a better educational environment for nursing students and clinical educators at the site. This commitment to excellent clinical experiences must address a lack of quality clinical sites. This also includes the availability of more educational conference rooms. Debriefing after a clinical experience is vital to the student's critical thinking because it supports meaningful learning. Quality clinical experiences can benefit nursing educators and students feeling that there is a partnership with the healthcare facility. I heard often from students they paid high tuition, often underwhelming clinical experience. We also need to reinforce to graduating students what is important when seeking a career in nursing. Graduating students must be reminded that they need to seek a career and not just a job or to chase money. Search to find the career you want, the career you need, and the career you will love. Job interviews will not focus as much on the degree as they will focus on specific skills. I'm using my doctor's voice now. If graduating students want to have a cool career in nursing, here's what is cool to employers. Showing up on time, being a mentor, not using profanity or coarse language on the job, saying thank you, being kind to strangers, doing things without being told, admitting when you were wrong, learning everyone's name, holding doors open for others, smiling when speaking to clients. The future of nursing is bright because those attracted to the nursing profession are bright. A true nurse does not view their profession as just a job. It is too much a part of them. Nursing is not only one of the fine arts, but also one of the finest of arts. Nothing is more beautiful than when a dream and a passion come together as a career. Every day, people are born and people die. These divine moments are considered sacred and personal. No one on earth would be welcome, but often physicians, nurses, and clergy are personally invited. What an honor that is. I hope that many of you listening to this podcast are either nurses, in nursing school, or strongly considering it. One of my goals in hosting this podcast is that the words contained inside will inspire you to achieve important things, things that will change the world. The world is changed by our actions, not by our opinions. I thank you for investing your time in this podcast and investing in yourself. I leave you with these words. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is bitterest. My name is Dr. Brian Smith. Stay focused, stay inspired, and stay tuned. Thank you for listening.